Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor could have a medical extremity after learning Ridge wanted to end their engagement to reunite with Brooke. The last time Ridge broke up with her, she suffered a cardiac event. She was dying from a broken heart. Ridge felt an immense guilt for making her sick. We can anticipate the same thing to be again. Brooke will have a medical extremity after Ridge dumps her. After the last bifurcation, she moved to Europe where she saw a specialist who diagnosed her with broken heart pattern. She returned to Los Angeles, stewing she was dying and she wanted to reconnect with her children, Steffi and Thomas. Thomas and Steffi colluded to guilt-trip Raj about the breakup, performing in Ridge relating with Taylor in an agreement session. It helped Taylor move on, as she realized that Ridge didn't love her enough to put Brooke in his history. For the first time in a long time, Taylor was happy. She was content without Ridge. She spent time with her family and indeed did effects with Ridge without the need to move him. He was making a mistake with Brooke. For Taylor, it was life-changing. Ridge will mention to Brooke the guilt he'll feel when he breaks his engagement with Taylor. He promised he'd be there for her and leave Brooke in his history. But he ain't. Ridge worries that his children won't forgive him. Steffi has been happy for her parents. She has always wanted them to marry. Ridge is confident that Thomas will feel the same way. Ridge cannot shake the violent guilt he feels for not only betraying Taylor, but his whole family. Ridge will feel bottomless guilt over breaking up with Taylor. He'll probably explain to his kiddies and Taylor that he cannot ignore his fortune. He might indeed tell them that he'll always love and watch for Taylor, but he must be with Brooke. She's the one he's in love with. It'll be a ruinous blow to Steffi and Taylor, one that could affect in the psychiatrist having another medical extremity. Taylor could collapse over Ridge calling off their engagement. Will Ridge choosing Brooke spark a broken heart pattern reversal? Taylor believed she had heart failure until Grace figured out she had broken heart pattern rather. Of course, Ridge did his stylish to support Taylor on her path to mending, but now he's going to hurt her in the worst way possible. Rather of keeping all the pledges he's made to Taylor, Ridge seems poised to end their engagement and squash her plans for a happy ending. Taylor truly believed in Ridge's commitment to her this time around, at least that's what she kept telling herself and everyone differently. Maybe nearly deep in her heart, Taylor knew Ridge reuniting with Brooke was possible and indeed ineluctable. It'll be tough for Taylor when she realizes Ridge and Brooke still have a future together. Taylor will get updates on all the Italy chaos, including the fact that Ridge kissed Brooke after that wild water deliverance. There's a chance Taylor might tell Ridge they can still fix this. It's easy to imagine Taylor adhering to their relationship out of despair and acting like Ridge just got swept up in the moment when he saved Brooke. Ridge's mind seems made up now that he nearly lost the love of his life. It was a huge memorial of what matters utmost to Ridge, and what matters most is Brooke. Ridge will no doubt offer a sincere reason and try to let Taylor down gently, but she's still going to take the news awfully hard. Could Taylor end up passing a broken heart pattern reversal and keeling over right in front of Ridge? That would make Ridge feel indeed worse about what he's putting Taylor through, so stay tuned to see how this desolation will affect her. Taylor will have to find a path forward without Ridge now that he's going each in on Brooke again. Brooke is saved by Ridge. Grace tries to explain to Finn. Brooke falls into the water after Nick nearly crashes into another boat. The shipman is knocked out. Ridge and another man get a breathless Brooke out of the water. The developer frenetically starts doing CPR as Brooke sees a white light. Brooke runs through the beach and sees a man. When the man is Ridge, she turns around and embraces him. When Brooke sees Ridge, she wakes up and coughs out water. After the deliverance, they snuggle with a kerchief. The man promises to make this right and he'll no way take Brooke for granted again. Katie and Donna are at Eric Estate. They've ain't heard from Brooke in a many days and she hasn't been posting online moreover. Now, that's weird, they both say. Hope continues gushing over Liam. The man doesn't feel like he's had brain surgery. Grace has saved him doubly now, how does he repay her? Hope reasons that it's all part of her job. They bandy how weird it's that Grace saved Liam, but it was her ex-husband who stole their baby. They agree that Grace is a saint. At the sanitarium, Grace tells Finn that she had to take care of Reese's gambling debts. The manly croaker. Can't believe what Grace just put Hope, Liam, and Steffi through. Grace explains that Liam had concussions in the history. That set it all up for the brain excrescence. She demanded millions to stop the debtors from stalking Paris and Zoe. Liam's symptoms were caused by the medicines she specified him. Still, the firing complicated everything, and she had to act presto. Finn tells Grace she broke her medical pledge. Grace begs him to keep it a secret. Finn tells her that she vended her integrity for plutocrat. The croaker continues contending with Finn to keep what she did between them. Liam is fine, she says. Will he keep Grace's secret? Hope and Liam have a full circle moment with the Buckinghams. Reese made them suppose that Beth was gone. Yet, Grace helped nurse Liam back to life. Or, so that's what they suppose. Hope visited Liam at Bill's. She wanted to make sure that he was fine after his phenomenon procedure. The two recalled the time when Reese stole their son to pay off his gambling debts. It felt like a full-circle moment for the spouses. Reese's ex-wife, Grace, saved Liam's life. Or so it seems. Hope and Liam are eternally thankful to Grace for saving his life. But what will they do when they find out the verity? Grace is over to commodity, and we see Aunt tell what it is. Back at the sanitarium, Finn has called her into question. He was concerned about Liam's treatment, especially when it came with a hefty price label. Grace tried to leave, but Finn told her that she had been herself recently. She was shaken up, and he could tell. Are the Buckinghams intruding with Liam and Hope again? This time, they're intruding with Liam's health. Finn told Grace that there's no record of Liam's mass or brain bleed. Grace allowed. She had cancelled his medical history, but Finn knew how to recover it. After all, those records don't just fully vanish. They remain on the pall. Finn wondered whether Liam had a brain excrescence at all. Grace was left speechless. She admitted that the people Reese owed his gambling debts to were hanging her and her daughters. Grace broke down as she declared she demanded the plutocrat. What will Finn do now? Will he keep the secret from Liam? Or will he get Grace to confess since he's a man of his word? The Buckinghams are continuing the trauma crack by conning Liam. This has us wondering why Reese keeps involving Liam and Hope in his horrors. They did nothing to him. Hope and Liam can't win. Hope assumed that Liam was dying from excrescence. And now she's processing the fact that he survived a phenomenon. Will this new tragedy bring Hope closer together? The study of Beth dying drove them piecemeal. But now, they could eventually attune their love. Brooke is staying for Nick as Ridge addresses to her. He admits he was a big haul when Carter took over Forrester. Brooke concurs and says he got worried and ran to Taylor without indeed talking to her about it. Ridge admits he was wrong for blowing up their lives and no way meant to beget her pain. They admit they will always love each other, but she pushes for further. Liam is lounging on the lounge and drooling with Bill. He's thrilled Liam is recovering so well. Just also, Finn arrives and tells Liam to give his recovery time. Bill and Liam are happy with the phenomenon they entered courtesy of Dr. Grace Buckingham. Finn asks if Grace has addressed any of the physical remedy that will be needed in his recovery. Bill and Liam indicate no but suppose it's all a part of the phenomenon cure. Grace tells someone on the phone not to bother her daughters ever again. On the computer, she appears to be reviewing Liam's brain reviews.